Cam says.
That's what he said?
Cam said that.
It's accurate, yeah.
He said you're usually quiet. What changed?
I think Coach T, this offseason, he expressed to me he wanted me to be more vocal, not just on the field, but in the locker room and in the weight room and also on the field. So just trying to take to that challenge.
Are people responding to your leadership?
I think so. Yes, sir.
Minkah, do you anticipate lining up in different spots more this year, playing a different role than center field?
No, I don't expect anything different right now.
You guys haven't been kicking that around?
No, sir.
Would you like to?
No, I'm cool. I'm cool with what I'm doing, man.
Minkah, how do you think Arthur and Antoine are doing in that slot?
I think they're both doing a great job. They both have two different skill sets. Twan is a more bigger guy that can kind of, blitz and do what Mike Hilton did a lot of last year, and Arthur, he's a vet, more savvy guy. He can cover really well in the slot, but I think both guys are doing a really good job. They're competing right now, to see, who can fill that void for Mike Hilton, and I think they're both doing a great job.
How important is that position for what you guys do?
It's really important. It's really important. It's a very big role. A lot of our defense is centered around, what that guy is capable of doing. So, whoever fills that role is going to have a big responsibility.
That vocal aspect, does that happen, when you lose a guy like Vince Williams or you lose some of the other voices, you kind of take it upon yourself to step up and be more vocal? Is that kind of where that comes from?
I think it just comes from, I'm older, and I'm not old, but I'm older now, I'm in year 4, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's time to start, sharing my experience and sharing my wisdom, because I have a lot of experience. I've been starting since the very first day I walked into the league. So, I think I could part a lot of my wisdom on younger guys and even older guys,
Does that kind of come with confidence too?
Yeah, I think so. I'm very confident in what I do, very confident in my abilities. I prepare really well. I think I handle myself like a professional. And I think guys, see that, and they kind of, it's kind of been demanded almost of me. A lot of young guys are coming to me and asking me questions and picking my brain. So, I had the responsibility to, talk to them and fill them in and take them under my wing.
Some of the fans are getting a little upset with the Madden ratings. Are you a Madden player, and did you see the ratings?
Man, it is what it is. I'm not a big Madden player because I try and play like it's a real game, and I always get my butt whooped. I'm not happy about it, but I'm also not going to be in a fuss about it.
You feel like you're being a little disrespected?
Not more than a little,
Minkah, what have you seen out of James Pierre on the boundary there? He's kind of taken a bit of a role. Even in dime, he was outside the other day.
Yeah.
What have you seen from him as he plays outside?
He's a guy that's been doing really well since OTAs. He came in this year. He knows the playbook very well. You never really see him out of place or missing an assignment. He's a big guy, but he's fast, and he uses his skill set. He's physical at the line of scrimmage, and he can run with people. And you see that happening, every single snap that he's out there. I think he has 4 or 5 picks this camp already because he's jamming receivers, throwing off the time, and getting the ball. So he's a guy that's been showing out for sure.
There's 2 Steelers safeties going to the Hall of Fame this weekend, too. Your position, the team you're playing for, you're an All-Pro. Is that you take a note of that? And
yeah.
What do you know about Donnie and Troy?
Yeah, they're both great players. They're going to the Hall of Fame for a reason. They're 2 guys that I don't really remember too much of Donnie, but I remember watching Troy play all the time, and he's a guy that everybody wanted to be like growing up. So it's definitely awesome for them, and it's definitely inspiring to me.
How do you follow up what you did last year, even the year before too?
I think I keep doing the same thing, and I keep finding ways to improve my game. I don't think there's too much to change, but there's always something to change and fix and alter in order to improve. Because this game is all about details, and the more details you understand and master about this game, the better you get.
Is there anything you wanted to improve on? Anything you kind of wanted to focus
on? This offseason and even this camp, definitely just cleaner footwork out of the middle of the field. Because I play deep safety a lot, and angles are extremely important when you're coming out of the middle of the field, and you can make a lot more plays. And it goes from a tackle to a pick if your feet are good or great. You know what I'm saying? So definitely been working on that for sure. I put on a little bit more weight. I came in like 212. I'm about like 210 right now. But I'll probably drop. Play like 208.
Yeah. Was the hair made you look?
Nah. But no, I came in a little heavier.
You ever wish that these fans fans would cheer as much for PBUs as they do.
Oh
for
man, what? I think it was the first day that they was out here. We were doing pretty good in one-on-ones, and the receivers would catch little 5-yard routes, and the whole crowd would start going crazy, and we'd break up passes, and I'm like looking at the crowd like, come on, man, like showing some love, but it's an offense-based game, and fans love touchdowns and points, so I understand it.
They seem to like it in season, though.
Oh, they love it during season. Of course they do.
Right.
Yeah.
You had the pick against, I believe, not goal line, but in red zone the other day. Was that just a straight read on your point?
Yeah, they've been running a lot of certain concept, and they've been kind of hitting us on it, and Coach T kind of challenged us to study the game and understand when it's happening, and I seen it from the jump, and I just made a read on it.
Minkah,
All right, 2 more for Minkah.
Matt Canada's offense, there's so much shift, trade, yo-yo, zipper, whatever type of motion there is, and it gives you guys a lot of different looks. As a defense, how hard is it to deal with all those shifts pre-snap? And, you have to shift the front. You really don't, as a defensive backfield at the time, but it changes your coverages, it changes all of that. How is it? Is it hard to adjust to what Matt Canada does pre-snap as a defense?
Yeah, I mean, he does it for a reason. He does it to keep people on their toes. He gets people to over communicate or have a lack of communication. But I think we as a defense adjust to it pretty well, because when we see it every day, and a lot of teams try and do that to us because we run a simple defense. You know what I'm saying? So they try and move people around to make us talk and try and confuse us. So I think we do a good job of going against it. But teams that have a more complex defense, and with one person moves, it could definitely confuse them.
And another thing you guys do
one.
a lot is single high coverage. And towards the beginning of last year, you guys had a little struggles with shot plays, where a team would run guy deep, then put someone under. You essentially had 2 routes, and you were the deep safety, and you had to choose. And they would get chunk plays. A.J. Brown's TD came off that. I think the Giants had a big one, and then down the stretch, it kind of reared its head again. How can you guys, especially without Steven Nelson, you have some new guys out there on the boundary, maybe fix that little hole as a secondary?
Well, the A.J. Brown play, it was sort of like that. I just missed the open field tackle. I should have been a boom play, but I just missed an easy tackle. With the Giants play, that's correct. It was the over with the post. We just got to play it better. We got to communicate better pre-snap and just eliminate those type of mistakes.
Yeah,
this offense?
Yeah, I just believe in myself. That's the main thing. Believing in yourself and knowing that you can do those things each and every day, and not worrying about the outside. Like my old coach Jake used to say always, shut out the noise or whatnot. That's all I'm doing it this year, and that's what I'm focused on, and I'm looking forward to the season.
Do you see yourself as number 1 receiver? NFL number 1 receiver? Do you really see it on this team become 1 receiver?
Yeah, in my opinion, but we got great receivers on the team. I try not to think about stuff like that. I mean, we all gonna get our targets or whatnot, so I'm just doing my job, and I get open, Ben gonna look my way or whatnot, so we gonna all eat at the same time, so I'm not worried about it.
You and Juju and Chase and can all kind of claim that you're the top dog. I mean, it's gonna be somewhat competitive, but at the same time, you all see yourselves that way.
I'm sure they think the same thing. I mean, I try not to think about that. I mean, at the end of the day, we all great players. I mean, we can all contribute to the offense, make good plays, get in the end zone whenever we want. And like I said, I'm just trying to worry about the little things that I need to worry about, So that's gonna come at the end of the day.
Are there any DBs that you like to get extra work in with as you continue to perfect different things, or who challenge you and bring out,
I want to just point out a specific guy. I mean, all of them are good DBs. I mean, they wouldn't be out here if they wasn't. So everybody that steps in front of me gives me good work and whatnot. So I can't complain.
How's Ben's deep passes? That was one thing that a lot of people were coming out of last season. He can't throw the deep ball anymore. What are you seeing out there?
People who saying that are crazy. I mean, because at the end of the day, they're not out here with Big Ben, so they can't really say or whatnot. But me personally, me being able to play with him, you feel me? I'm out there with him, so I know how he's throwing the ball or whatnot. He still has it, even though he's up there in his age. I'm not calling him old or whatnot, but he still got it or whatnot. So he's showing it at practice, completing passes, deep balls, whether that's short, intermediate throws or whatnot. He still has it.
Looks like the deep balls are a lot more accurate this year. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, to me, before I even got in the league, it's always been that way from me just watching him and whatnot. And
as opposed to last year.
I mean, yeah, it's still the same to me. Ben's gonna throw the ball how he throws it. Nothing changed. I mean, he's gonna be doing what he's been doing before. Like I said, nothing changed. His arm's still great, so nothing to complain about.
In terms of drops, like how do you deal with it mentally? Just in terms of like, you put so much work into it in the off season, you put so much work into it in the season. Like maybe it'll crop up in practice or whatever. Like how do you kind of deal with that mentally to kind of get past it?
Last year is last year. That's
Sure.
how I see it. I mean,
But even like this year,
I try not to focus on that. Like I say, stick to my catching routine. Make sure I'm out here before everybody, 30 minutes before. Make sure I get all those catches in. So when it comes to practice and I see a ball a certain way, I know how to adjust to it or whatnot. So just by me doing that just gives me the confidence, because like when I see the ball, I know what to do, and it's not like I haven't seen it before. So that's what I've been doing.
Diontae, that kind of offense with so many motions, it's an interchangeable thing with the receivers. You played in the slot a little bit today even. How are you kind of adjusting to that? What are you seeing from this new offense and really the personnel in the offense?
So it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, I'm still trying to get used to it or whatnot. The motion, like I said, it's a lot of motions or whatnot. I'm still trying to get it comfortable with, but I see like Coach Kennedy got a good game plan in for us or whatnot. So we just gotta continue to execute, and each play he throwing that every day at us, we just gotta know what we doing each and every day. So we're gonna be fine.
Do you know what the role is going to be? It seems like some practices you're heavily involved and some not. Have you been able to get a feel of what they want from you yet?
It's still early in camp. Kind of everybody's got to, have an opportunity to kind of show the coaches what they got, and it's a new offense this year, so kind of still feeling things out, and we'll kind of see as we progress. But definitely there's a focus to try to get involved a little bit more and try to show them that I'm versatile enough to kind of bring more to the table.
Today was big for you. They gave you a lot of reps out there in different positions.
Yeah. Today was big. I did some work at tight end and individual drills, and got involved in the offense in short yardage goal line day. I better be involved in short yardage goal line day, otherwise what the heck am I doing? So.
You caught one deep down there too.
I did. I caught the one. It was just nobody covered me, so got it out that way, and Minkah gave me a good hit at the end there.
Did they ask you to go into tight end drills, or is that just something you want?
The coaches, they move guys around a lot during camp, try to get them in different situations, and see, like I said, kind of see what guys can do. So I know today they wanted me to go with the tight ends. I did the one with the running backs the other day, so with the inside backers. So today I went with the outside linebackers and tight ends.
They call that the F in Matt's offense?
Yeah, the F, yep.
I'm sorry, do you get when they call a fullback wheel route, you're like, oh my God, finally, it's my time to shine? What's the reaction when they tell you to go out there and do that?
Yeah, it's not necessarily. It's a wheel route, but it's not like the ball is going to me by any means. It's literally I don't even know if I'm the first read, but when they don't cover you, Ben said he looked out there and he thought he didn't see it properly because I was so wide open, nobody was there. So definitely, if there's a chance I go out for a route, definitely excited, always ready for the ball. Any chance you get to touch the ball is a bonus for me. So definitely excited anytime you get to run a route and have an opportunity to catch the ball.
Derek, did you do any research on Canada and some of the plays that he ran at the college level? He used the fullback a lot, H-back a lot. Or are you just kind of waiting to see how things come to you?
So I actually was with Coach Canada for a year at Wisconsin. So I'm very familiar with him, and Coach Faulkner, I was with him as well. He's the running backs coach here. He was at Wisconsin as well, so I have familiarity with both of them. But definitely, I know he when he was at Pitt and other places that he definitely used my role a good amount, and just trying to, like I said, I'm a little familiar with it, and I've got a good feel for it now. So just excited to see how it all pans out.
Is that like an every game kind of thing with him, or does he? Because I remember at one point, I think during the offseason, he talked about matchups, like when he looks at the opponent, he says, okay, we can do this against certain opponents. How does he do that?
No question, it's about matchups. I mean, there's definitely, some schemes work better against certain teams than others based on their defensive structure or personnel. So it may be like you referenced earlier. There could be a game you play a ton, and there could be a game where it's not so much. And obviously, the game, the course of the game, the way it plays out dictates that a little bit as well. So it's kind of all situational based, and you honestly you never know. It could be heavy one game and not so much the other. So you really never have any idea.
Derek, I know you played a little bit of tight end with the Chargers. Is there anything that you can use here as well, or is that just you have to learn the whole? Are you comfortable with that at all?
Yeah, I mean, I'm comfortable with it. Obviously, I'm not as big as a tight end body, but I got familiarity with Coach Alfredo. Was my running backs coach with the Chargers. Now he's coaching the tight end. So, I've got that good chemistry with him to kind of take that and the coaching, and we've got a good relationship to help me improve and learn for those things if it does come down to that, and playing a little bit more of that role to kind of develop those skills.
Are you still bringing in the oatmeal every day?
Every day, yep. We bring oatmeal every day, all of us do. So.
You and TJ is in all.
All three of us. JJ does as well. Wherever he in Arizona, we all got oatmeal every day, the whole year round. Sometimes twice a day.
Who started that?
We've been doing it for, like I said, a number of years now. So I think JJ might have started it. And oatmeal, we got a good healthy oatmeal we found, and we do it every morning and sometimes at night for a snack.
Thanks, Derek.
Yep, no problem.